CRM systems, customer relationship management. What are they and how you should pick one for your business? There are questions I get on a regular basis from companies that I work with. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the key things you have to put in place and cover when you choose the right system for you and your company. And stay tuned to the end because I'm going to share with you details of a video that I'm going to release that's going to help you even more in this space if you're a small business owner looking to grow. My name's James White, small business sales expert, a man that's worked with and owned a CRM system in the past. Let's have a look at the video and see what you can do to choose the right CRM system for your business and how to go and make it happen. So CRM systems are really important when it comes to growing your company and what you do. And lots of small companies start out and don't need it. They can use Excel spreadsheets. But as you add more people into your team and you start adding salespeople and administrators, then you all have to use a system that you can work with and start to manage and use to manage the information and leads and potential opportunities you get. We're all human beings, we all forget things, and CRM systems are a great way to store information, to then use it effectively, and they can help you win more business. But lots of small business owners say to me, I don't know which one to choose, and what should I choose, and what are the key things to consider when I'm choosing them? And there's lots of things that go around their mind. So I'm going to give you 6 things you need to put in place in order to make sure you choose the right system for you. And the first point is this: define your objectives. As a business owner, what is it that you want to gain from the CRM system? And I always encourage the people I work with to create a list of 3 different categories when you start to think about what it is you want from it. The first is your must-haves. What must this system have in order for it to be worth an investment of time and money for you and your company? What could it have? Okay, so in other words, what are the second level priorities, the things that would be, could it have, it would like to have this, it must have this, it could have this, and what are the third thing is the nice to haves. What are the bits that they're great to have it if it has it, but they're not going to be the key factors in the decision. And I encourage you to write down the must-haves, could-haves, and nice-to-haves literally before you start looking and buying any product or service. Write down what it is that's critical for you. What type is that reporting? Is that about apps? Is that about access? Is it about price? Is it about linking to marketing? Whatever it is, write down your must-haves, your nice-to-haves, and could-haves. And by the way, if you want some resources and materials, I share lots of resources on my website and on our Small Business Sales Academy site around what you can pick and choose and the different features of each one. But know what it is you want it to do before you start looking at systems out there. Get clarity on that, and it's the first stage in helping you pick the right system. Point number 2 is this: if you're the business owner or the sales director watching this video and you don't use the CRM system, then don't expect anyone else in your organization to use it. If you don't lead from the front and make sure that you are the active user of that system, your sales team, your business team are certainly not going to use it. I talk to a lot of business owners and they sort of talk about CRM as if it's not something they need to do, it's a detail thing for other people. And they wonder then why the investment, not just of money, but of time and of training that goes into creating CRM systems hasn't materialized into anything. The reality is you can't expect the team you work with just to follow your lead if you don't actively use it. So if you're out networking, winning business, update the CRM. When people see the sales director or the CEO updating the system, they think, wow, I need to be on here. I need to be on here and visible here. So my biggest advice to you is lead from the front. That's why that list of must-haves are critical, so that you can start to use it effectively for what you do. But if you don't use it, don't expect them to use it, and it's going to mean you waste time and effort, which I want you to avoid. Lead from the front, start using it, become an expert in using your system and understanding the deals and the information there, and your team will as well. Point number 3 is this: explain the reasons why it's important to your team. I've never met a salesperson anywhere, in any walk of life, any company, who loves the idea of updating a CRM. It's an administrative hassle. It's boring. I've got to do it. But when they understand the reasons as to why they have to do it, they then understand it's something they must do. Explain to people that you can't grow as a company and you can't offer more incentives and you can't build and help them build their career without having a centralized system that records opportunities is the reason for actually them putting the system in place. Explain to them what it's going to give them as salespeople, how it's going to remind them on opportunities, how it's going to help them make more commission, how it's going to help make sure that they prompt and nudge the prospects or customers at the right time, is going to make them see that there's a reason for them doing it. But you have to explain why it's important for them and the company to have this in place. Don't just dictate, don't just drive, don't just say you have to do it. Give them a reason, give them a rationale to explain what's in it for them and what it's going to help you and the company do. And if they want to be part of a growing company that's progressing and opportunities arising, then this is why we need a system to store information and categorize business in the right way to generate as much business as we can. Explain to people the reasons, give them a reason of what's in it for them, and they're going to be more inclined to then understanding and looking to use that system when it gets implemented. So the fourth point about choosing the right CRM system for your company is involve your team in the process. If you're a slightly larger organization and you're embarking on maybe finding a new system, bring in someone from different departments is a great way to create a task force or a work group that can help everyone else in the company see and work to implement a new system. If you're just buying a system and then enforcing it on people, don't be surprised if you get a reaction where people don't want to use it or they use it to the bare minimum rather than the investment that you're making. And by the way, the investment is not just in the cost per month, because systems are relatively reasonable and cost effective, but it's the time for training, the time for setup, the time for everyone getting communicated about it is the key thing in CRM systems. So involve them in the process. Ask one or two people from a sales team or for each area to be nominated to come together as part of the work group and explain to them, make them champions for their area or for their team. Get them involved in the process. Get them contributing to the must-have, the could-have and nice-to-have list so that they feel involved in the process and they want to then share and sell it internally in their team or their environment. The reality is if we just enforce it on people and tell people what's going to happen, you're going to get an average reaction. If you involve them in the process, you take their feedback on board, they feel like they're being consulted, you're going to hopefully make the system implementation more successful, which is going to result in you getting a return on the investment that you're making. So the fifth point when it comes to choosing the right CRM system is trial and test. When you've created the list of CRM systems you're going to trial, you created your list of features and what you're looking for, and you know what each system will do, then spend a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, trialing and testing out different systems out there. Don't just pick a system because someone's recommended it. It might well be good for their company, but not good for yours. So trial the system, give it a play around, have a little look. Most CRM companies will give you a 14-day or 30-day trial so that you can use that in the right way. But make sure you put together a key set of metrics and information to know how you're going to see which one is successful or not. Bring the people together to make sure that they all have a chance to test and play out with the functions of the system, and make sure that people can give time to give their feedback into what they liked about it and what they didn't like about it, and then have that open conversation with the sales team at the CRM provider. If you trial and test these things, you're going to get a far better example of how they operate, what they do, and to see if it's going to be a good fit and worthwhile investing the time and effort in for you and your company. If you don't trial and test, if you just implement something, don't be surprised if it goes wrong. And my sixth and final point when it comes to CRM systems is once you've made your choice around which system you're going to use, I want you to then look at how you can incentivize and monitor activity on the system itself. The sales teams that I work with and we help companies with will encourage people and even do little mini prizes for someone that's updated the CRM every day. I've done an activity where we've done a voucher for anyone that's updated and logged into the CRM and updated a deal action on a daily basis. Or we've made sure that we make people feel that they're part of their daily activity. It takes 66 days to build a habit, so we continue on a regular basis, put things in initially to start that momentum going. And once it does, and once it becomes sticky and part of their daily habits, they start to use it and see the value it has for them. But if you are finding that other people aren't using it, then monitor that. Most CRM systems will give you the ability to see who's logged in and who hasn't. Use that information to then go and have your conversations on a one-to-one basis and find out why they're not using the system. What's stopping them from doing that? What's getting in the way? Maybe you haven't explained the reasons to them properly, or maybe they just haven't bought in, they don't have the right training, whatever it is. Monitor what's happening and encourage people to realize that this is the system you've chosen, you've implemented it in the right way, and that everyone's going to use it to help the business grow. Incentivize what you can, but monitor if they're not using things and try and unpick and remove those barriers that stop people using it. And if you do that, you're going to be in a far better position to get a successful implementation that everyone uses. The reality is in sales teams, if everyone's using the system, if everyone's working in the right way, if everyone's using the statistics and data that it can give on reports and on pipeline and forecasts and all those other elements, you're going to get great results and it's going to work for you and your business to help you grow. But if it becomes a scratchy bit of implementation here and there, it's a waste of time. Don't bother looking. So I hope these 6 points have helped you choosing the right CRM system. But as I mentioned at the start, I'm going to be doing a video and I'd love for you to put your comments in the comment section below So I'm going to be doing a video where I pick 8 to 10 of the best and most well-known CRM systems out there, and I'm going to basically rate them and trial them just for you guys. I'm basically going to put them to the test. I'm going to test their sales, pre-sales, their onboarding, the way they manage information, the way they interact with me. I'm going to test them all. I'm going to score them all, and we're going to release a video that's going to enable you to find the right CRM system for you, and based upon the work and the in-depth activity that I've done. I've run a CRM company, so I know what it's like. I know how these guys operate, and I'm going to do the test for you in the next couple of weeks that can enable you to select the right product and service for your business. So hopefully, if you do want to see that, tell me in the comment section below, what are the things you want me to ask them? What are the questions that you've got? What are the things you'd love to see us include in that video? Put them in the comment section and we'll make sure we cover those off. But I'm going to release that before Christmas, certainly, hopefully before the end of November, a video on selecting the 8 to 10 top system providers out there, and I'm going to pick one that I think is best for you and your small business. So hopefully that's giving you some insights into choosing the right CRM. Stay tuned for that other video. Let me know in the comment section below what works for you, and let's make sure we give you and your business the right platforms to go and achieve great success. CRM systems, when implemented, do brilliant work. Let's make sure you put the right one in for your business that can help you and your team fly. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like, subscribe to that channel, hit that notification button so my videos every Saturday morning get straight to you. And I look forward to sharing another video with you next week. Take care.